Harbaugh now heads to the Los Angeles Chargers.
He wins everywhere. He wins, period.
Justin Herbert, he's a crown jewel.
Well, you guys better enjoy this.
Quick snap, Herbert to throw. Has a man, touchdown!
The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin.
Herbert on the move and throws and touchdown.
I was just trying to show off.
We're going to be known as world champions. And we're going to do it or die trying. Don't let the powder blues fool you.
Who's got it better than that?
Do you hear that? Do you smell it? Do you taste it? It's week frickin' 1, baby! It's Raider week! Welcome back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Will Dog, sitting with my buddy, Kev Huggin Duggan.
Thought this day would never come.
We waited so long, and now it's here. Let's not forget Kyle the Coach Duggan.
Just look at my lips.
His mouth is watering.
Lick those lips.
He's ready. He's hungry. Coach.
It's turning into an ASMR podcast.
All right, folks. Well, I hope you got your earbuds in so you can take advantage of that ASMR. But we got a heck of a show lined up for you folks. Last episode, we're like, yeah, we're not going to be able to talk about 53-man roster, but we'll get to it next week. And good Lord, there's been so much happening between now and then.
We missed 8 iterations of the 53-man roster.
I was telling you guys before the podcast, like, this was so much easier when Tom Telesco was our GM because there was no news ever. Now
nice,
there's
quick, easy episode.
Yeah.
Just talk about the 53 and call it good. But oh man,
it took like an hour and a half to make this outline. I'm like, this is like a homework now.
There's
Thanks,
a lot
Ortiz.
going on.
This is not Simple Jack stuff for you, Kevin.
No, this isn't Simple Jack anymore.
You got to put your Rain Man hat on.
From Simple Jack to Rain Man. Let's go.
Wapner at 8.
Tommy T to Joe Ortiz.
That was really funny.
All right, folks. Well, we got lots to talk about, and we got an Ask Boltfam lined up for you and a fan focus. So let's waste no time and start up at the top. A couple of announcements to get out of the way. Our Friday episodes.
They're back. They're coming.
2 a week with the Charger Chat, folks. It's happening starting this Friday, so be sure to tune in Friday for any other last-minute changes Joe Ortiz decides to make between now and Friday.
Yeah, God knows.
We'll be able to
coming.
talk about it in a timely fashion.
Churn that news.
And then upcoming tailgate this Sunday, we are going to be there, the home opener, and we're going to have some special swag that we decided to purchase. For those of you that have been banging the table for some Suck My Butt shirts, guess what?
Give it happening.
So we have a extremely limited amount of some Super Mighty Bolts shirts to give away. So if you see one of us, you want to approach us and
probably see all 3 of us.
Yeah, slowly. Don't come running because fists come up if you start running towards us. But very gently and softly say, I respectfully request for you to suck my butt.
Yes.
Now,
here's your shirt.
As long as we have a shirt, we will give.
Yeah.
But if we don't, then we will politely decline to suck your butt.
Nay, I shall not.
I say nay to that.
I'll give you a hug.
Yes, we'll do something for you. We'll do a jig. But
hug your butt?
Maybe. I'll let Kyle field that one for me.
Kevin's a hugging guy.
And then also, folks, this will be the first time that the Charger Chat will be doing a live podcast post game. We'll be requesting Ask Boltfams on Twitter immediately following the game. So there's no Monday night recording, Tuesday posting episodes. We're going to be asking for Ask Boltfam questions immediately after the game. So keep them short, keep them sweet.
Response that we will ever have.
We're going to go to the tailgate. We're going to sit down surrounded by Charger fans, and we're going to give you a hot episode right after that game. So be ready for it, folks.
If we're going to win this game,
it's going to win.
It's going to be
the
sweetest
so
celebration
much
of
fun.
all of our
Euphoric.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's a whole bunch of Raider fans are walking by us as we're doing it, and we can you can enjoy that on the episode.
Yes.
I'm scared.
I am a little scared. Might get something poured on us.
That's okay.
Did you see the fight between the Niners and the Raiders in the preseason?
Oh yeah,
The fans?
oh they're in rare midseason form already. They're ready to fight. So I'm
ready.
I've been doing push-ups. I'm not going to be fully at top strength, but I'll be ready.
Yeah.
You know that. Well, imagine as a Raider fan, you go into the season, like winning a fight might be the only thing that you win during the season. So like, I would do the same thing. I'd be prepped.
I'm
and
walking
ready to
away
go.
with something.
The recommendation too, if you have to get in a fight, which you should never get in a fight,
Never.
do it at the end of the game when they're really drunk and they're probably just going to fall over on themselves anyways.
Right.
It's a lot easier fight.
Yeah. Weebles
But
wobble.
you might
They will
as
fall
well
down.
be intoxicated.
Well, the problem is we're going to have to do a post-live game podcast, so I'm not going to be able to get 3 sheets the way I normally do at the fourth quarter. So it should be fun. I should be very...
I won't
I'll be able
order
to help you
Taco
guys.
Bell to Arizona like last year.
Yeah, order $80 worth of Taco Bell.
Eat $2.
My wife still tells me about that.
All right.
Not a good look.
All right, folks. Time to now talk about the 53-man roster. We're going to go position by position, room by room, and also talk about some of the mixing up that has been happening, the churning that Joe Ortiz has been doing.
Heavy churning.
So starting with the quarterback room, we've got Justin Herbert. Easton Stick is still currently there. And we were all banging the table for a new backup quarterback just so we can feel a little more comfortable going into the season. And thank God Joe Ortiz was listening because he got Taylor frickin' Heineke from Atlanta, man.
That was crazy. Was not expecting that at all. That was kind of like, I was working and you're like, Kevin. I'm like, just give me a second. I was
I
doing
texted
like
something.
right in the middle of something.
He's like, Kevin, I need to talk to you right now. I was like, what?
Kevin, you want to see this?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And he's played some legit football.
No,
he
he's
has
started a whole
season.
season. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's played
like
some legit football.
his starting record 13-15-1. He's and that was with the Commanders. That's hard to win 13 games with the Commanders.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I won a fantasy week by having him for like a bye week quarterback. So
Yeah.
that's great.
He's a
news.
streamer.
Yeah, no, this is huge. I mean, because for some reason, Cleveland held on to 4 quarterbacks like they were your dad in fantasy football or something like that.
You know that they thought the same thing that we thought, that they were just going to drop one and we'd scoop them up. So they held on to him, hoping somebody would come with like what we offered,
Right.
give him a 6th-round pick, and they could at least get something out of it instead of just waving. That didn't happen, and they still ended up waving the guys anyways because no one came to them offering anything. What do you guys think about offering a conditional 6th-round pick for Taylor Heineke?
Well, it looks like it's going to be a 2025 7th-round pick that Atlanta converts into a 2025 6th-round pick should specific conditions be met. So could be a 7th rounder, which if that's the case, that's cool.
Well, we had a couple of couple 7s, couple 6s next year. So this doesn't bother me. This makes me feel a lot happier about the current situation in that quarterback room behind Justin Herbert. And it's just interesting that Easton's still on the 53. I don't think that's going to be the case going into the game. Or he definitely, stick step, or is he dressing? I don't know. I think it might just be a week of practice isn't enough for Heineke yet, maybe. But God, I would be willing to do a week of practice with Heineke over stick at this point.
Well, I don't think any of them are getting really practice reps anymore. Like backups get reps in training camp. Once the season hits, they're not getting any reps during practice.
Okay,
they're
great.
just
I'm
standing
fine
there
then.
with the
That's
clipboard
perfect.
watching.
Well, then it's good.
Yeah.
Then you made me feel way better about the
Fine, just
Heineke.
fine.
Yeah, backup is cool.
Yeah.
The sticks still being on the roster is mind blowing, because then we were going to talk about some of the guys that we ended up waiving and then re-signing to practice squad. That I'm like, I want that guy on the roster. I want him to potentially get in the game, and we still have Stick there, and he's just going to be he's going to be inactive, just kind of sitting there. So yeah, I don't know. I don't understand the Stick still on the roster thing.
That's all right. I mean, because we didn't see, there's more players to talk about here that we did not see coming. So moves can still happen between now and Sunday. So I expect that to be the case now at this point, because that's what he's shown that he will do, is that moves can happen at any time, at any point in the day. And then Chris Rim also tweeted out, Taylor Heineke said he was watching the Michigan sign-stealing documentary when he got the call from the Falcons head coach Raheem Morris that the Chargers were trading for him. I was like, oh, that's funny. I was just watching Jim Harbaugh. Weird.
And I said this on Twitter. I watched that documentary with Adam, and I'd like to consider it more of a sign borrowing than a sign stealing, because that's kind of what it was. It made, like, now that I know more about college football and the way they do it, like, all the teams were doing it, they just got super caught.
Yeah.
basically. But
And
of
I
not.
didn't even think that's.
Yeah.
I didn't even think they necessarily got caught.
They didn't either. That's what I learned a lot. You should watch it if you haven't watched it. It's on
a
Netflix.
really interesting
Definitely watch it. It makes me love Harbaugh even more. It really does.
Yeah. And Minter, quite frankly.
And I don't
Minter
want to say
over
offer Connor Stallion a job on the Chargers, but nah, we can't offer him
But
a
if we
job.
want to
That'd be
churn
too
some
weird.
butter,
If you want to churn some serious butter, no, but go watch it. It was very interesting.
Another fun fact about Taylor Heineke. You know what college he went to?
Tell me.
Old Dominion. Stone Smart. We have 2 Old Dominion quarterbacks. on
That's
our
right. They were like
roster.
back to back. That's
How bizarre
weird.
is that?
How bizarre.
How bizarre. Let's see some other rooms that we got here. We've got the wide receiver room. Palmer, Lad McConkey, DJ Chark, Quentin Johnston, Darius Davis, Simi Fehoko. Way to go, Simi, and Brendan Rice. So
Yeah, they kept Rice and Fehoko. We thought they were gonna
7 wide receivers, man.
We thought they were gonna flip. I thought they were gonna only keep 6, but they definitely like Rice, and he didn't get the looks from the quarterback in the preseason like we had talked about.
Right.
Yeah, I just think that if you let Rice go, he's not going to make it to the practice squad.
No
so I feel
way.
like they felt like they had to keep him on the roster and just carry 7 receivers, which is crazy. But if Simi Fehoko and Brendan Rice are both big time special teamers, then it is totally worth the value to keep 7 wide receivers.
Right. Love it. It's a great wide receiver room. I'm excited to see those guys hit the field, man. That's going to be fun. And I think we also picked up another wide receiver either today or yesterday.
As a practice squad.
Squad, yeah. Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Des Fitzpatrick. So, dude, the wide receiver room is still churning. I love that. Running back room, we're looking at Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins, Kamani Vidal, excuse me. And then we picked up Hassan Haskins, claiming running back Hassan Haskins off of the waivers. Pretty cool.
And he's
a
a
special teams terror.
Yeah.
And he was, he was with Harbaugh in Michigan. He played,
He was a
from
captain.
18-21 was a captain. Had like 2,000 yards rushing there with 30 touchdowns. Like he was like very productive, and I think he's going to come in and be a special teams guy for sure.
It's going to be sick. Nice little reuniting.
Let go of Cornelius Johnson and bring right back in another Michigan guy.
right?
Got to hit your quota.
Yeah, kept the quota.
Yeah, got to keep it balanced. Everything always in perfect balance. Because I think Jared Patterson initially made the roster.
He did.
And then we
He
brought
was
in Hassan Haskins. So then we moved Patterson to the practice squad, which was where Isaiah Spiller was hanging out for a hot minute. And then we let him go. So,
Spiller's gone, dude. It kind of felt like that was coming, right? It was kind of the knocking on the door.
right. Well, I mean, at the very least, it was like, okay, well, maybe he'll make the practice squad and he'll be there just in case. But now, not even a thing.
Yeah, he's gone.
Which is okay. It just didn't feel like
it's a bummer
it was
for
working
him.
out.
Yeah, I mean,
it
like,
is.
Seems like a good guy, good kid. Like, he's still young, young. So maybe he'll get an opportunity somewhere. But even anytime he got the ball, there was just no spark there. It just didn't.
Yeah.
It never worked. So
Yeah.
it's a bummer it didn't work. But I'm glad that we have a GM and a management that's okay with cutting ties when it's just this isn't working.
It's just not working. Yeah. Which is a shame. And Godspeed, Isaiah Spiller, wherever you end up.
Yep.
Tight end room, Will Dissly, Hayden Hurst, understandable. We knew those guys are going to make it. But Stone Smart was the other tight end that ended up making it. And I'm so sad.
Old Dominion.
My beloved Donald Parham,
Yeah.
my big brave boy,
Adios.
he's off to the Denver Broncos, unfortunately.
Why couldn't he go somewhere outside of the
claimed.
AFC West?
He was claimed off waivers.
But I know.
It's
but
not
why
his fault.
couldn't somebody else have claimed him, Kyle? I know.
Yeah.
Why couldn't somebody else need a tight end?
He didn't
Don't
want
tarnish
this.
his name
he
on the
didn't
way out.
ask.
He
He
didn't
didn't
do
ask for this.
He didn't go full tranquil on us.
No.
He just got
Never go full tranquil.
They
You never go full trickle. Talk about simple Jack.
dude, they play him twice a year. Like that's the thing about division rivals is they play you twice a year. They know the good players on your team, and when one becomes available, they're going to scoop them up. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I
sad
guess
to see him go.
Sucks.
Yeah. But Godspeed, Mr. Parham, and all your future endeavors.
Be nice to us.
Please. Yeah, just be nice. Don't be like Jerry Tillery.
Yeah,
Please.
of course.
Be nice.
Let's see. Looking at the defensive side, our edge room, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Tuli Pelotu, and Bud Dupree.
As expected. Monster room.
Edge
Love
room.
it. So fun. So cool. Linebacker
So
room, Denzel Perryman, Deion Henley, Junior Colson, and Troy Dye. Love it.
Studs.
Awesome.
Killer.
DB room, we're looking at Derwin James, Alohi Gilman, Asante Samuel Jr., Christian Fulton, Jasir Taylor, AJ Finley, Dean Leonard, Cam Hart, Tarheep Still, and this just in, Elijah Molden making the group as well.
A trade. Another trade.
Not a scoop. A trade.
A trade.
Yeah.
How do we
Titans,
feel about that trade, boys? That's a 6th round.
Yeah. So in exchange for a late round draft pick compensation, a starter of most last season, Molden gets a fresh start at the Chargers. So yeah, I want to say this one might be like a 26 draft.
Yeah, it's 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 years away. So we're going to have so many compensatory picks coming up here soon with like the loss of Keenan Allen and Mike Williams and Ogbong Bamiga and Austin Eckler, like all those guys going. Like, I don't know if all of them necessarily account to compensatory picks, but we're going to have so many. It's like, yeah, fine. Take my 6 from 2 years from now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Keenan would have been a huge compensatory, but when you trade a guy, you don't get anything back. It's just when they walk in free agency. So Eck, if he has a big season this year, we'll get something big back for him for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
One with the Molden thing, which if you look at the guys we've added this year, like we've really gone after Titans players like Tier Tart and our other starting cornerback.
Right.
And they were all from Mike Vrabel defenses that were always hard nosed and beat you up. So they clearly saw something from that team and those players there. And maybe that organization is just falling apart. And it's just like, all right, well, can I have that? You're not using it. Can I borrow it?
You don't need that much for it, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I got a couple bucks. I'll throw it over to you. And that's kind of what happened. And they just, bolstered it more. And they started, people putting up highlights and he hits, he doesn't mess around. He'll jack you up. And he's really good at blitzing from deep spots in the secondary. And, he's really great. His movement's really great. So I'm excited for it.
With that addition, JT Woods got the axe and got sent out of town.
Oh, Philly.
He gone.
Yeah.
He gone. He's on the
JT Woods was
squad.
signed by the Phillies practice squad. So again, Godspeed, Mr. Woods, and
good
all
luck
your
on the
future
Eagles, my guy.
endeavors.
Good luck.
Yeah, I was intrigued by JT Woods though this year because they had finally moved him over to corner, and I think that's going to be a better fit for him in the long run because he doesn't have the physicality to come hit a running back, and we all saw that. Like he just doesn't. I think that scared him so bad that he couldn't. It affected his coverage as well. I think as a corner, he has the length to be an NFL corner. If he can get the skills and the technique, I think he could be an awesome corner in the NFL. So I'm hoping the freaking Eagles didn't just scoop up an all-star corner from us, but I guess we'll see.
I don't think so. I don't think so. He's practice
just
squad material.
Laughed at him.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I'm still laughing from that joke you made earlier. It really messed up my throat.
We'll get you a cough drop here in the break.
Shit.
And then Chargers, for a second, released safety Tony Jefferson to expect to get him back on the practice squad, and sure enough, they did.
It was the same day. It was August 29th. They dropped him, re-signed him. Like he was just, apparently he only wanted to be there. We have a little inside. Our Patreon brings us some interesting things, and we got a little tidbit of information on our last hangout, and he wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's all
My question is, I didn't know that like 10-year vets could be on the practice squad. I thought there was
that's a recent
thing.
That's a recent rule change. Yeah, that's very recent. So
well, good for us.
Good for us. Hell yeah.
Take it.
Especially after that last game. Holy shit. Like that guy's just sitting there waiting to go. Like, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Just keep him on ice. when we're ready for him, we'll crack him open. And then this bit of news came out. Nobody saw this coming. ESPN sources Chargers reached agreement today with Cameron Dicker, the kicker, on a 4-year, $22 million extension that includes $12.5 million guaranteed, making him one of the top 5 highest paid kickers in the NFL.
The funniest thing that I experienced this week was when the Chargers tweeted out Dicker extended. And I was like, wait, what?
That tickled your fancy?
For a minute there, my 13-year-old brain just couldn't handle it, and then I realized how awesome it was. So Dicker extended.
Yes. And couldn't have happened to a better guy. I mean, the guy is just makes all of his kicks. He's like, what, 95% or something like that. He's missed like 3 kicks. Yeah.
This is a big deal in my opinion because all these positions are up for grabs on the whole roster. You can see how much they're turning this over. This is clearly Harbaugh being like, keep this guy, get him signed up right now. Exactly. It's like we see how important he is. Bring him in, sign him up, get him locked in for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, and Ficken too, who we kept around as a special teams coach. He's like, just get the deal done before he goes and wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And he's going to cost twice as much. Just get the guy done.
So awesome to see we've locked him in. And then they announced the 2024 captains. We're looking at Justin Herbert, Derwin James, Khalil Mack, Denzel Perryman, Bradley Bozeman, and Rashawn Slater as your new 2024 captains.
Wait. But who are the alternates?
I believe, if I remember correctly, one of the alternates goes by the name of Trey Pipkins, if I'm not mistaken.
Kevin, I need you to give a speech. We need a speech right now out of you apologizing for the years of tarnishing his name.
Perfection is something I strive for. It's not always something I'm good at. I made some comments for the last couple years, and clearly he's a lot better than I thought, and I apologize. I want to tell you, Trey, from the bottom of my heart, I'm interested to see how you play on Sunday, but I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you, Trey.
Yeah, the boys like him, so he's an alternate for team captain for offense, as well as J.K. Dobbins and Alohi Gilman for defense. So,
Alohi, way to get the nod, my guy.
Yeah. So I mean, those are all those are player voted team captain situations. So,
and then I think Coach said that depending on how well the special teams guys do during the week, they will be the captain that week. So it's like a rotating up for available special teams captain each week based on how they perform in practice. I love the incentivizing. That's some Pop Warner shit I am all about.
It is for sure. That's awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
And then the last bit that I don't see here on the outline, but I just want to make mention of it. They unveiled the team uniform schedule.
Yep.
And we saw basically powder blues for all the home games, except for the Carolina Panther game. We're going to be wearing powder blue for that. White uniforms for all the away games. And then one Navy game, which is the primetime Monday night Harbaugh Bowl game. Not a royal blue jersey in sight.
Royals are done, dude.
What do we think of that?
No helmet alternates either.
No.
They could still announce it. It could still happen.
Think so?
Maybe.
I feel like it would have been done.
He said it so confidently.
Good. Not likely.
It could happen. That's just interesting to me that they just completely ditched the royal blues.
We win in royal blues and we lose in the navies.
I know.
Harbaugh's here to fix some shit.
Don't let the navy blues fool you.
Harbaugh is a big Navy guy. It's a Michigan thing.
It might be a Michigan thing. That's an interesting thought. It's a hot take.
It's kind of annoying, but
well, what's not annoying is our good friend Chris Gates. Because if you thought training camp was done, oh no, my friend, training camp is still here. Since you're listening to us, you're obviously a big football fan. But if you have health and fitness goals too, listen up, because we have a new sponsor, Chris Gates, and his online fitness membership program called Training Camp. Training Camp is a monthly fitness program designed specifically for football fans. That's you. You're listening. You're a football fan? You want some fitness? Sign up for Training Camp. And it's honestly like nothing I've ever seen before.
And I need it because I'm about to go into a stadium full of Raider fans. So I've been on this. I've been a part of the website for a couple weeks now, and I'm feeling a little more juiced, a little more ready to go.
There you go. Yeah, I noticed you bought that tractor tire. You're doing those like wheel.
That wasn't part of his program, but like, yeah.
Let's see. Chris has been coaching people for years. He's a massive football fan, and he's created a community and training camp that blends fitness and sports together to help you achieve your goals while connecting with a community of sports fans doing the same thing. Whether you've struggled to stay consistent in the past, felt confused about what exercises to do, or needed more accountability, Training Camp is here to help. When you join Training Camp, you'll get top-notch coaching from Chris. He'll deliver monthly workout plans to help remove all the guesswork with exercising so you can just show up, put in the work, and have confidence that what you're doing is working. The workout plans are customizable and designed to fit your busy lifestyle so you can stay consistent and see progress. You'll also join the private online training camp community where members gather for support, participate in challenges, win prizes, and more. Training camp is centered around sustainable results, no crash diets or extreme routines. You can drink beer, thank God. Tailgate for games in the fall and make progress, and training camp will teach you how. And you get all this for less than your weekly coffee run cost. In fact, right now, Chris is offering a massive discount.
For us, Charger Chat.
Just for you listeners. If you sign up this week, you can get your first month for just $10. That's 80% off the monthly price. Head over to chrisgate'sfitness.com/chargerschat. That's Chris Gates, just like our good friend Antonio, chrisgate'sfitness.com/chargerschat, or hit the link in the description to sign up and use the code ChargersChat to get that discount. That's Chargers with an S.
Go check it out.
Go check it out. Get fit.
Yeah,
drink
seriously.
beer. Get fit. Who says that?
Let's be the sexiest group of fans that ever lived.
Sexiest beer drinking sons of bitches.
Sons of guns.
And while you're working out and drinking beer, you can go on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/ChargerChat. Check out all the fun, silly videos we got over there. We just had our fantasy football draft.
That was wild.
That was
fun.
wild because we had two leagues going at the same time. So some people were like, oh, there goes Herbert. He's like, oh no, he's still available. I think you scooped him up, didn't you? Like in the second or third?
I got him second pick.
Yeah.
Everyone was
wow.
making no Yahoo
had 12-13.
I'm telling you right now, Yahoo hates Justin this year. Yahoo hates every single
It's Harbaugh
player on our team. Like everyone. So I got a D+, but I'm about to shove that D into Yahoo's face. You can take that D and put it somewhere.
And you can put it over at patreon.com/ChargerChat. But if you don't want to go over there, it's totally fine going over to our regular website, chargerchat.com. Check out all the fun, silly stuff we got over there. T-shirts, hoodies, and stickers. You can chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers in the members section and ask questions and Ask Boltfam. So go check out chargerchat.com. All right, folks, it's time to go on to the next segment. It is Fan Focus. And I think this is a new one, right?
Yeah.
First time.
This is Pappy.
Oh,
we had him on. He was kind of on in a previous episode. He met the Brisket Broads and the Brisket Broads.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So we got Pappy, and he loves you guys, and he wanted to say hi.
I love you, Pappy.
Love you, Pappy.
And he's going to be at the home opener, so we get to meet him.
Come on.
Yeah, it's on. All right, guys, we are back with another Fan Focus, and we are super lucky to have Pappy from Central Valley. What is going on, my friend?
Hey, not much. Bolt up.
Let's go, man. Hey, it's Raider week. It's week 1 of the NFL season. How freaking awesome is that?
I'm ready. This is a great way to start the season and end the season.
You know it. All right. Well, before we get into too much excitement about talking crap about the Raiders, how did you become a Charger fan?
All right. Well, I was born in Inglewood, California, which is where we're playing at now. So, I grew up in Inglewood and El Segundo area, Redondo Beach. And so, in my early years, I wasn't, when the Chargers got here in 60, I was only 4. So, I didn't really follow football at the time. But as I got into my high school years, USC and UCLA were a big deal, and being in Los Angeles, that was Ram country at the time. So by default, I guess I was kind of a Ram fan, but I didn't really get along too well in high school. So when I was 16, I signed in for the Navy. And the day I turned 17, they signed me up. I took the oath and I went to San Diego. But during my late teenage years, I'd been watching USC and UCLA because it was a big rivalry. And Oregon would come down occasionally and play against the LA college teams. And so I got familiar with Dan Fouts a lot. He was in a lot of the games. And when I got to San Diego and heard that same exact year, 1973, he got signed with the Chargers, that was it, because he was one of my favorite college quarterbacks. And as you can see by my...
I see him over your shoulder. Let's go.
The Fouts jersey there, number one dude. In fact, the trio, I don't know if you can see all three.
I see it, dude. That's amazing.
So 79 to 83, these three, but Coryell had the had the biggest, highest percentage passing and yards passing in the NFL. For 4 years straight, they had it. So,
yeah, the MFIC, if I remember correctly. Mr. Fouts. So no, that's amazing. That was such a, important era for Charger football, and it feels like we're getting a new era's beginning this weekend. We got something new. We got Harbaugh. We have a brand new roster. This thing is changing by the day. I can't keep up with it.
Imagine after 52 years of watching these guys, this will be my 52nd year. Okay,
let's go.
Imagine, when the players come and go, and I mean, it gets confusing,
Yeah, for sure.
Even with Coryell is one of my favorite coaches. Harbaugh's got to be the all-time.
Yeah. No, it's super exciting, and like the idea of what we have, who knows what this is going to look like on the field. We haven't seen a lot of these guys play together yet during the preseason. So what are your kind of general thoughts on the team right now, and what are you kind of excited to see?
Well, I mean, understandably, there's a lot of putting together and a lot of work to do, and a lot of 1-year contracts and whatever. But I'm total. Since the late 70s, early 80s, I haven't been this excited ever. And I don't think they've had, as much as I like Coryell, I don't think they've had a better coach. And I know a lot of people talk about Marty Ball and whatever, but, if you look back, Marty, he was with 4 other teams as a head coach before the Chargers, and he could never get out of the playoffs, He never won anything. He always got stuck in the playoffs. So, I'm just excited. And, I mean, the anticipation's great for this year, but, to me, regardless, it's at least a 5-year period where I just see it getting better and better. So, if they're great this year, then they're going to be super great next year, and who knows what,
Yeah, no, absolutely. And what a better way to start off the season than a home game against the Las Vegas Raiders. So what are you feel like you have now had some experiences with Raider games and Raider fans and the Raiders. What are your thoughts on the importance of Raider Week and kind of what this is all about?
Well, it's been a contention, I used to watch John Madden when he was coaching, we hated him back then,
Yeah.
We were, although they're probably, because I hate New England and Kansas City more now,
Yeah.
They're still at the top of the list, but I think with the problems they have with their issues, and I just probably 15 minutes ago got something where they're talking about they're doing whatever they can to trade Devontae Adams possibly to the Detroit Lions.
That's crazy.
Who knows what's going on with them, and they got Coupon Tom as their GM. So
yeah, it's so funny when all these Raider fans come at us with like, we just beat you, whatever the score was, whatever they scored. I can't even remember what the last game was. I blocked it out of my mind. But I was like, all right, well, that's great. But that roster that you beat that bad, your GM was the guy that made that roster for us. So good luck, buddy. Have fun.
Well, as much as I'm a Chargers fan, I'm also a football fan, and I have 3 TVs here in this room, and I
yes,
as many games as I can. Even if the Chargers aren't playing, I'm watching everybody to see how everybody's doing, and if we're going to be up against them. So, it's like. And I don't really care. I've seen scores go up. Denver lost by 70.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever. Shit happens. We didn't have our team out there. Everybody had pretty much given up. So whoopee-doo.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I try to say to them as well. But
go look at our enemies.
Yeah.
Our schedule enemies.
Yeah. We pissed off Devontae pretty bad with that one. I don't know if you saw that news, but we pissed him off pretty good. Probably going to trade him before Sunday, the way he's probably pissed off at our social media team.
And to me, there's something totally different that I see with the Chargers. And, I've never, I have 7 children and 20 plus grandchildren. So
yes, that's awesome. Congratulations. That's awesome.
I've been, kind of just making ends meet my whole life, So I never really was able to afford to go to games and stuff like that. I did go to, well, I guess you guys know it as Qualcomm.
Yep. Jack Murphy. Yeah, Jack Murphy.
And, so I went to a lot of Aztec games or San Diego State Aztecs.
Yeah, same.
And, only because radio stations used to have given call-in trivia contests, and I used to know all the answers, so I'd win them.
Nice.
But, I never really got into it. So I talked to all my kids and everything this year, and they said, you're getting up there, Pop, so go for it. So I'm going for it.
Let's go.
So I got a tour of, I couldn't get into to the Bolt when they did the tour because I don't know, that Ticketmaster thing was a mess.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They did give me I did get a private tour of SoFi, and they took me and my daughter everywhere. I mean, we went everywhere in the stadium, to the celebrity boxes and the training room and
cool.
The health room and the locker rooms. We went into every place there. They took us behind the scenes everywhere. So he got me to get a ticket while I was there for the season. So
yes,
I wanted to go.
Going to some games this year, huh?
I'm going to all of them. Plus, there's a girl that's in a club, and I do want to shout out to all the clubs that are out there. I went on the camping trip with the Inland Empire group.
DHBC.
Yeah, and I went to the thing by the bay, the event by the bay where we met Alohi Gilman.
Yeah,
and and it's funny because Dan and Jake were there from Unleashed. And I didn't even recognize them. And I was standing at the counter like for an hour waiting for a signature and a jersey.
That's awesome.
I didn't recognize them. I had actually left and then had been watching some playback on a YouTube video that they'd done the day before that said they were going to be there. And I'm like, I never saw them. So I ran back there. And it's funny because I went up to the counter. I said, hey, have you seen these guys, Dan and Jake from Chargers Unleashed? And he took off his hat and he goes, yeah. What do you think?
That's awesome. Those guys are rad. I love Jake and Dan. They're so fun.
So I got to spend time with the Bolt Bros. So we had a couple extra VIP tickets because they the Chargers have reached out to the public so much this year. The events they're doing. I mean, I don't think they've ever done as much as they're doing right now to reach out into the public, and then involving San Diego again,
Yeah, of course.
So, we got, during training camp, I was able to go nine of the training camps.
Oh, great. Oh, yeah, you met the brisket prods. I remember that. You were. I remember that. That's amazing. They're the best.
I hung out with them. Oh, those ladies are the most amazing ladies. And if you want to get a signature, stand by them.
You'll get them for sure.
They know everybody, even the photographers and the ball boys, everybody. They all come and talk to those girls. I mean, it's crazy. She let me take pictures that she had drawn of all these older players that she has in her autograph book.
Yeah.
So I got pictures of it. Eventually, when I get these, if I frame some of these, I'm gonna put those pictures in with the frame.
That's a great idea.
So, but I wanted to, part of going all out was I got a seat down in the club section in the corner of the end zone there. So I picked that seat because I'm hoping when they score in that corner on a fade route or something, they're going to toss the ball up to me in the.
Yes, that would be amazing, dude. That's so cool. I'm so happy for you getting season tickets, and I can't wait to meet you. We have to run into each other at Thunder Alley on Sunday, man. It's less than a week away.
So I got me jerseys for every game that I've just bought this year.
Oh yes, I love it. Oh man, that's awesome.
So I got my I got my 8 powder blues now, and I got my navy, and I got only 2 whites, but I can only afford to go to 1 away game. So one of the ladies from one of the clubs, I guess she booked like 50 tickets. Mm-hmm. My buddy who's helped me out massively, Micah from High Voltage Club. He's the guy who ran the El Segundo draft party.
Yeah, of course.
Which is where I met him at. I talk to him all. He helps me out with with events, what events are going on, because it's hard to keep track of what's going on.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, I mean, again, the Bolt Bros, they were talking about the draft party, and that's how I even went to the draft party to begin with. I heard about that, so I mean, and I know all the work you guys put in. I mean, it's amazing. How much people don't see the behind the scenes of what you guys do, but that's why I got. That's why I got this one jersey dedicated to podcasters. So when I go to all that's going on my wall after I get everybody to sign it,
We'd love to, man. We'd love to meet up with you. If you want us to ruin your jersey with our signature, we would be happy to.
Well, it's like all of these jerseys I got hanging here. I went crazy, so I got doubles of all of them. So I'm keeping one clean, but nice. The other one, it's like And the thing is what? I'm approaching 70, so I mean, I want to see the Chargers win a Super Bowl, and I mean, these jerseys are great to frame, but I mean, I've got like 15 of them now, so I'm wearing it. Even if it, man. I'm wearing them.
I love it. I can't wait to meet you, man. And let's wrap this up the way we usually do. What is one of your best? You've been a fan for a long time. What's one of your best Charger memories?
Oh, it's got to be the epic Miami.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, if we want to talk about hated teams. Back in my day, Miami every year, especially in that area I was talking about, 78 when Coryell came in, up through 86. I mean, it was every year. We were in the playoffs against them. And I think in that 8 or 9 year period, I think we actually had two trips to the AFC title conference game. Mm-hmm. We had three AFC West titles, but that's that. I mean, Colin Winslow, the man.
Yeah, he's the best. I got him on one. I got him on that jersey right there. He's the man.
There's his signed Hall of Fame football right there.
Love it, dude. That's amazing.
I spent half my day now on the websites looking for Chargers jerseys and gear.
That's awesome. I love it, man. Well, hey, Pappy, I can't wait to see you in less than a week. I have to run into you. Man, let's get this season started. What a great way to kick off the regular season of Fan Focus is having you on, and it was great to learn a little bit more about you, and we appreciate your time, man.
All right. Thank you for having me, and smash the Raiders.
Let's go. Bolt up.
All right.
Well, Pappy, that was fantastic. First and foremost, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Awesome
Pappy.
to hear. And I hope you get a ball, buddy. That would be just the best thing in the world.
He got the seats for it, man.
I know you're in the splash zone, as they say.
You even have a chance. Yeah. Hey, like Jim Harbaugh, you better bring your glove.
Yeah.
Your chances
be ready to go. Put your cleats on.
Yeah.
It's not just any day; it's 2 day.
It's
for
right.
you to get a football there, Pappy. And you're sure you want us to sign that jersey? You're 100% because once we sign it, there's no going back. I can't take it out.
He has a whole bunch of other podcasters signed it at training camp, so he wants us on. That's awesome. And I told him I'm happy to ruin it for you.
100%. Okay. I will ruin your jersey.
All right. That's awesome, Pappy. Thank you so much for coming on
brother.
And chat with us.
We'll see you in a few days.
Yes. We're going to I go throughout my day going like, oh, what a great day. And then like I take a second to think about like, oh, we're going to be in LA on Sunday. And it just like,
dude, we're about to get a notification.
Like a warm blanket.
We're about to get notified to check into our flight here pretty soon.
I know.
Like it's getting like I'm starting to get like having to coordinate stuff with people there now. And I'm like, my
heartbeat is racing.
It's on.
Like, hey, you got the kids?
Yeah. It's like we need our grocery list. What do we want in our house? Like there's just a lot of shit to figure out.
There's a lot going on and it's coming in hot and heavy and I can't wait for it. Well, folks, it's time to go on to the next segment that you can't wait for. Ask Boltfam.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys. Go jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do. I wet myself in excitement. Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are like totally appreciated.
Catch you later, dude.
Okay, love you, boy.
That's right, folks. Time for Ask Boltfam, and we start at the top with Mickey Coates.
Okay.
Who asked the question. what's better, the night before the first Chargers game or the year, or Christmas Eve?
Maybe Christmas Eve when I was 7, but no longer. There's nothing like the night before the first Charger game, because we're together. We're at our house. We're hanging out. There's nothing like it.
Yeah. We spend so long just talking to each other through a webcam that like being able to hang out all together. It's the Charger chat. Going to a game, walking into the stadium, the energy, the electricity, the sounds, the smells, all of it.
Yeah, don't stop.
The sights.
The Pappies.
The feel of the chairs. The high fives everywhere. Oh, there's
Guys,
no
you get to
comparison.
see Harbaugh in real life. He's going to be right there.
I'm going to be the creepy guy with the binoculars, dude. I am.
Staring at Harbaugh.
And instead of Charger girls, I'm going to be staring at our coach. That's what it's going to be.
It's so good. Yeah, it's the night before the first Charger game of the year. Mickey, that's the best night for sure.
The best.
Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to JP Goody, who asked the question.
We are on the cusp of having real, actual regular season football games to chat about. I can't wait to see our season opener against the Raiders. What a way to kick off the Harbaugh era. Every video about the upcoming game is filled with comments from Raiders fans mentioning 63-21. They bring it up constantly. I can't not wait to shut up those silly Raider fans who don't realize that the game was the best thing that happened to the Chargers in almost 20 years. We got Harbaugh, the Raiders got Telesco, and the rest is history with the Raiders sucking butts so hard. Since we still have some time to go till the regular season kickoff, I'll make do with a non-football question that is of the utmost importance. I've been listening to you guys for over a year now, and every time you guys intro the Ask Boltfam segment, I hear Wolldog say, "Go jam a thumb up his butthole." That's what you do. I gotta know, what in the hell are you guys talking about when you made that quote? A million thanks to you guys for helping the Chargers faithfully get through the long dry spell of the all-season. FTR, SMB, and can't love you, boy. Right up his butthole, that's what you do.
So
I don't remember the story. I know where it originally came from, but I don't know how it came on this show.
I mean, it was just somebody asking for like a Crocodile Dundee voice, and so I did that, but I regressed back to my South Park days when they did Steve Irwin on the show, and he just constantly wanted to shove his thumb up every animal's butthole for some reason. So it just kind of became a thing.
Yeah.
And it's on the intro of every Asshole fan. I don't think about that until somebody points it out. Like
300 episodes.
Every episode, you're going to hear the word butthole.
Yeah. A lot of butts and buttholes in the show.
That's the tone.
Yeah.
I feel like we used to have a we used to have a consistent Ask Bolt fan from Australia.
We did, yes.
They're gone.
I'm sure they're coming back.
Come
They
back
just
to
need
it. It's a season
some
thing.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's off
But
season. Okay.
yeah. No, we're very excited. Yeah, the 63-21 is so funny now. All you can do is just smile and
Dude,
laugh.
my barber is a Raider fan, and we were talking.
risky.
I try to be respectful.
No,
We're
don't
in
do the
San
beard,
Diego,
just
so-
the hair, not close to the jugular, you know.
No, he's a good guy. I don't know why he's a Raider fan.
Doubt
he's a
it.
good guy.
Yeah.
Nobody's
But I was saying we were talking about how week 1 is Raiders Chargers. I was like, yeah, we have to like give some payback for what happened in the last game last year. And he said, and I was like, yeah, well, what happened was we fired Tom Telesco and you guys hired him, like kind of laughing under my breath. And he's like, yeah, he's done a really good job so far. I'm like, oh, really? Okay.
We're in the honeymoon
about
phase. See.
Hear about that?
But I feel like Tommy T is ninja. We used to think he was ninja in his like acquiring players. I think he's more of a ninja with getting people to like him somehow. 'Cause we were on board with Tommy T
kindness
for
ninja?
a long time.
Yeah.
Like we believed in the guy, and it just for 10 years didn't work. So
Yeah.
this cheers to a decade of the Raiders thinking they have a good GM.
Yeah. Cheers. Buddy.
Well, and for me, it's like that's all they're bringing up. So my thought is you know, you can live in the past, but in my opinion, Raider fans are on the clock right now. Their happiness and their excitement is on the fucking clock right now.
They know.
Because
they know.
Sunday night at 9, 10 o'clock, they're going to go back to how they felt when they never made the playoffs and they knew they were going to have. They know. They're just being ridiculous. So you can take your, your ancient rings, and they're not going to help you either.
Shove
they're
them
not
straight up your butthole.
right up your butthole. Yeah.
All right. There you go, JP Goody. Thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Cody Luna, who asked the question.
Hey, fam. Just wanted to show you guys an idea of something I'm doing this season and get your thoughts. I printed a poster out for the schedule this year, and I will be marking wins and losses throughout the year. I have a feeling there'll be a lot of W's.
All right. So, yeah, they sent us a picture of this poster, and let me share it with you guys real quick. All right. Check that puppy out.
I love it.
Very
Great
nice.
poster. I love these stickers.
Yeah, those are
Mac
killer.
Bosa, the Harbaugh LA Charger sticker, and our beautiful Herbie.
Oh, where do I get that Harbaugh sticker at the bottom left?
Yeah, don't gatekeep it,
dude.
Cody.
Please tell me. I'm just taking over my wife's minivan. It's my car now, and I'm stickering the back out of that bitch. So I need some good stuff to make it feel like my own.
Some primo stickers.
It's no longer like a bedazzled license plate. It's like I'm putting some hard shit on the back.
But yeah, I think this is a fantastic poster, and I think there are going to be a lot of W's.
Hell yeah.
Especially week 1. You could probably just write the W.
Yeah, just put it on there.
Week 1 and week 18 sandwich. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's the Wonder Bread, the Winder Bread of the season.
Wonder bread. Remember
that's
that.
done.
Lock that away for week 18.
Wonder Bread.
All right. There you go, Cody. We love it here. Thanks for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Boltopia, who asked the question.
I don't ask many questions. This is just my second time, but I do love you guys and listen every week, and I really appreciate you getting us through the long off season. Since we have so many newer Chargers fans, and this is Raider week, I think it's very important for them to understand why we do hate the Raiders so much. I'll go first, but I would love to hear all of your thoughts on this topic as well. I hate the Raiders more than any other team in sports, and by a wide margin. It seems like the black and silver colors have always attracted punks and hoodlums to be Raiders fans. There were gangbangers at my high school in the 90s, and they were all Raiders fans. I have many Charger fan friends that have had horrible interactions with Raiders fans at games over the years. The Raiders fan base just has no class, and they are a bunch of punks. I love to see them lose almost as much as I love to see the Chargers win. Family, trust, respect. K, love you, bye. Boltopia in San Diego.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's real.
Oh, let me count the ways for why we hate the Raiders fans.
I remember not being able to go to games because there was so much violence in the stands at Jack Murphy back when it was Jack Murphy. My dad, we had season tickets. He wouldn't take us to those games.
No.
Like, he just wouldn't do it. He wouldn't take his young kids to go see that game because they've always been like that. And they're not even good at talking shit. They're so basic. They're so basic. And they're sus. You know what I mean? Sus and basic. I don't know. I'm trying to be young. Trying to be young.
You've got your 2020 lingo there.
I felt 40 as
Sus,
shit
and
sans.
they don't slap.
There's no slapping.
No Riz.
But they're not
cooked.
They're not fun to talk to. Like, they're not, you know, when you can, like, with another opponent, you can give each other shit and have fun. It's not like that with Raider fans at all. I've never had a good back and forth. I've had people try and fight me. We went to one game where I was standing in the line, and this one guy, we're trying to get like food or something. This guy legitimately started to try and fight me, and I was like, why? I didn't barely even talk to you, bro. Like,
it's like a total mix of the fans sucking, but also the players suck too. Like, they're the most penalized team in the NFL because they're just I don't know. You put that Raider uniform on, and you just turn into a bad guy.
Yeah,
it's like
Jerry.
Just because I'm a bad guy doesn't mean I'm a bad guy. You know, but they are bad guys.
They are.
I remember as a kid, like, one time they played the Raiders in Oakland, and they were throwing like car batteries at LT when he scored a touchdown.
Batteries?
Like,
you mean like
9
D
volts.
batteries?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I meant batteries.
Holy shit.
They were throwing
trebuchets launching him onto the field.
It's tougher to get hit by one of those. You're not walking away from that.
Yeah.
You get your message across.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they're just like it's the fans for sure. They suck.
Yeah.
But it's also like something about putting that uniform on. You turn into a not good guy.
Right. You just turn into a nut job that I don't know if there must be something in the silver paint that like seeps into the skin and like goes straight to your brain.
Yeah.
But
what was that bail bonds? We talked about this a couple years ago. That bail bonds commercial. Remember that? Where it was like the Raider
it was
games.
the San Diego one, and like
it was like
Raider week. So here's my number.
What was that called, Kyle? Do you remember that?
What, King Stallman bail bonds?
Yeah, that's it. I remember that vividly. Yeah. That's awesome.
It's better to know me and not need me than to need me
and not know me. I'm sorry. I f***ed that up.
Yeah, you did mess that up.
A couple times. I think twice.
It's been a while since you've been in San Diego.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
Since you watched a King Stallman bail bonds commercial.
It's been a minute. What do you mean? I subscribe to him on YouTube. I get all of his shit.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, that slaps. Boltopia, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Athir Kadir.
Kadir.
Who asked the question? Judge and Shep, my babies! I love you all equally, especially my lovely coach Kyle. I'm so excited. I cannot wait, baby. I want to start with this. Everyone overlooking Herbert, this kid is special. He never had great coaches at defense, top 12, not to mention running game, baby. Well, he does this year. Watch out. Beware. AFC Juggernaut, your thoughts, my boys. Please start with my life, Walldog, and go around on this comment, please. Now to my questions. I have two, please. First question, baby. What do we expect from Roman, Harbaugh, and Herbert the first possession we get the football, baby? Second question, how aggressively will Minter be against the Raiders offense, knowing they have a poo-poo of a quarterback, baby? We start with my lovely coach Kyle, Harbaugh assistant, then Kevin, my awesome friend, last my love, my life, my heart, Bulldog, baby. Full prediction, defense first half, 5 sacks, 3 turnovers, 2 touchdowns. Let's go, FTR, baby!
Okay, now, Adam, I need you to break down the questions in here for me, please.
I will. I'm here for it. So let's start at the top because he just had a comment about people basically underappreciating Herbert and because he's never had a top 12 defense and we haven't had a running game in God knows how long. So everybody needs to watch out. And I completely agree with you, Athir. Those are two things that I think have been holding back people from appreciating the wonder and majesty that is Justin Herbert. Yeah, because he is just the best. He's just great. I mean, I remember somebody pointing out that he has like the least turnoverable balls thrown. Like it's the lowest.
He's the only one better than Tom Brady. In the last 10 years,
his throws are not bad throws. They're the best. They're the best that you could ever ask for. And the guy, I mean, he's just a tough son of a bitch. Like he plays until he can't. Like he's breaking his fingers, his ribs. He's got now the plantar fasciitis, which I'm sure is going to come up at some point in the season. That's going to bug him, but he's going to play through it. He's a tough guy. He wants to win, and he absolutely is just the best quarterback in the league, hands down, and everybody underappreciates him.
Yeah, the guy has no running game, no defense, and everyone's mad at him for not winning.
It's his
more
fault
games.
for some reason.
Yeah.
Now to his questions. What do we expect from Roman, Harbaugh, and Herbert on the first possession we get the ball? What's the first drive going to look like for the Chargers?
We're running the football.
It's a steady dose of JK and Gus the Bus right down your throat.
We're going to get Max Crosby off. He's not going to be able to pin anything back in the first couple series. You're not going to be able to. I think that's what the plan is.
Yeah. You want to get ahead of the chains. You don't want to get in third and longs where he knows you have to pass. So you're going to try to first and second down, get the ball down.
Let's get this run
short
game
yardage, and then take some shots down the field for sure.
Yeah.
And who's to say? And usually defenses come out super jacked up, especially week one. So that first series might be you get a couple yards here and there. Punt it, get it back once they've chilled the F out a little bit, and then we'll start really doing some damage. That also is an option.
First play of the game, You just
like a
take
70-yard run.
shot. Just a deep shot to DJ Chark down the sideline. Everyone thinks run. Just play action. Foop, right over the top.
We zig.
Probably
when
sick.
We're supposed to zag.
Yeah.
And then how aggressive will Minter be against the Raiders offense, knowing they've got a poo-poo of a quarterback? Very. The answer is very.
Very
aggressive.
poo-poo.
No, well, very aggressive, I think. I think Bosa, Mack, Dupree, Thule, these guys are going to just go to town.
We haven't seen them all together yet, so I'm just really excited about what the edge, what we're going to be able to do with our edge guys without having to blitz a ton. Mm-hmm. You know, if you do that, what the hell are you going to do? You know what I mean? So, I can't wait for this. I'm so excited for the offense, but I can't wait to see the defense. I'm usually the other way around. Like I want to see what the offense is going to be.
Right.
But I think the offense, we have an idea, but the defense, like they were doing some crazy shit in the preseason and without their starters, and they were looking good.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's put some starters out there and see what this defense does. So there you go, Athir, buddy. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to DJ Jones, who asked the question.
Hey, it's game week. Welcome to the show. In these exciting times that we're having, my questions for y'all is, what position group are you most looking forward to seeing seek and destroy this season? And which player, one offense and defense, are y'all waiting to see? Okay, love you, bye.
All right. What position group are we most excited to see? There's a lot to be excited about because there's a lot of new things that we are not necessarily knowing what to see with this team.
I say offensive line because I don't fully know how that's going to work. And then edge rushers because I know exactly how that's going to work. So you get a little bit of both. Anticipation, I hope it's great. I know it's going to be great. So I'm excited for both of those equally. Sorry for stealing one of your answers.
No, that's good.
No, that's okay. There's plenty of position groups.
There's a lot,
not many that I'm not like intrigued by.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited for J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards.
Big time.
I think it's going to be such a big part of our offense that we didn't get to see at all in the preseason.
Yeah.
I was going to say wide receivers, but all of them played in the preseason, so we got a little taste of it. I'm still excited to see what those guys look like with Justin Herbert, but I think J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards are. I just want it to be the most magical. Oh God, I just want to be able to run the football like tonight, Kevin. Our bet, Florida State, Boston.
Why you got to
College.
bring that up?
Boston College just ran it right down their throat, and there's nothing they could do.
Yeah,
It's just so sweet.
When you're right, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, the running backs for sure. I think are
You
my.
didn't want to say I was wrong. You were about to say I was wrong, but you just switched it to.
I could. I've been betting like shit. For the last 3
Tighten
days.
it up, Kev. You got
I know. I'm sucking ass.
plenty of season to bounce back.
Sucking butt over here.
The running backs are definitely a big one for me because we just have not had that, and I'm curious to see what the I mean, just what the linebackers are going to be too. I mean, we've seen, Denzel Perryman in the past, but Troy Dye and Junior Colson, like those are two guys that should be really fun to watch. And then Deion Henley, man, this is his time to shine and really show what kind of a player he is. So this is it's going to be fun on both sides of the ball, baby. And we're ready for it. DJ Jones, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Andrew Ramsey, who asked the question. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Oh, laddie, now let's get down tonight. Oh, laddie, you're hot just like an oven. I need your lovin'. And laddie, I can't hold it much longer. It's getting stronger and stronger when I get that feeling. I want Lad McConkey and Conky. Oh, laddie, he makes me feel so fine. Helps me to relieve my mind. Andrew McConkey, baby, is good for me. Andrew McConkey is something that's good for me. Feels so good having the Chargers love again. Each of you pick a brand new Chargers face you are excited for. Vet rookie newly signed since last week. And sing a love song to them. Post sort of roster finalization. Chef
Ortiz is still cooking. K, love you. Bye.
Dude, you know what you reminded me of?
What?
We just watched this movie together. You reminded me of long legs in there for a hot second. He gave me some long legs energy.
Not once, not twice, but as many times as I like.
Oh, shit.
All right. I know he wanted that in like the sexual healing style, but
You with long
that's
legs.
not a common rotation in the Wool Dog household.
That was
I
good, though.
Had to wing it.
That was great.
Mr. Ramsey. All right, so a player, a face we're excited for. It could be a vet rookie or newly signed.
I'm not doing a love song, but I'll say my player.
You can do what's that short poem? The haiku. Yeah, I can do a little haiku for him. We'll accept haikus.
I'm not gonna do that either. I'll just talk about my player.
I'm not gonna do
you
that.
guys come up with your love songs, all right? But every single year it feels like there's so much expectation behind this player that I just can't wait to see him on the field. And it feels like over the last couple of years it's been a little bit of a letdown because they haven't been as involved as I think they should be. And it's Derwin James because I don't know, like he's just so good at football and he's just not been a part of effective game planning. And so it's just been kind of a bummer to watch him get wasted for the last 2 or 3 years. So I can't wait to see what Jesse Minter does with Derwin James on Sunday.
Excellent. I felt the love.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good.
I'm excited for him too. This is for you, Andrew. This is who I'm most excited about, and you can suck my butt because our group chat on Patreon, we've been going back and forth a little bit, but you're excited about Lad. I am too. I'm also excited about numero uno.
Andrew Ramsey has given up on Quentin Johnston, just so the world knows.
Just so they know.
If you didn't tell from that love song for Lad McConkey, he's very much looking forward to
him and Dirty Ferdy. They're haters.
Lad McConkey.
Oh, we love you guys, but yeah, you kind of hate us sometimes.
You kind of
let's see, a player I want to write a love song for.
Not once.
Let's see. I'm gonna say Gus Edwards, because he could rush once, rush twice, but as many times as he likes, and get into that end zone and really just kickstart this run game, baby.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round till they run over a Raider. Hey,
there it is.
I had hopes for that, and halfway through, I was like, I have no way to finish this properly. I can't wrap this shit up. I should have taken that improv class.
That's all right. There you go, Andrew Ramsey. Thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Tony Francis, who asked the question.
What the is up, cadets? Raiders Week is upon us. Are we almost to the moment where we finally get to smack those butt-sucking piss turds around? My first question is directed at you, Coach. How many passing yards and touchdowns do you predict for Justin Herbert? My next question is directed at you, Kev. Which Charger wide receiver catches Justin's first TD of the season? This one should be easy, right, Coach? My last question is directed at you, Wolldog. What does the lead need to be before Harbaugh pulls Herbert and puts in the backup QB? See you boys on Sunday. Thunder Rally, motherfuckers. Football is back. F the Raiders. F the Raiders. F the Raiders. And suck my butt.
Oh, Tony.
Oh, Tony.
Oh, Tony.
You saucy minx.
All right. As usual, Tony's got 3 questions for each of us, starting with you, Coach. How many passing yards and touchdowns are you predicting for Mr. Herb?
Okay, so I think we're going to get up in this game and be able to run the ball. So don't get mad at me, Kevin, for my prediction. I'm going to say 220 passing and 2 touchdowns. So you can throw for 220 yards and 2 two touchdown passes, because
not
I think
bad.
we're going to have 180 plus yards on the ground and a couple more touchdowns running the ball. So 220 and 2 tutties. Sorry for your fantasy team, Kev. That's still a good one.
Like I've said 100 times before, my fantasy leagues can go suck a butt when it comes to me caring. If the Chargers win, I don't care about fantasy at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me.
Always.
It's a consolation.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, if we win and I win that, it's awesome. But it usually never happens. Chargers usually win, and I lose my fantasy league. It's like always like that.
Always in
Yin and
perfect
yang.
balance.
Yeah.
All right, Kev, which Charger wide receiver catches Justin's first TD of the season?
I want to say Quentin. I just don't think he's going to be the first game. He's going to be on the field as much as some of the other guys. From what we've seen, but he's going to blow up, break out at some point. I don't think it's the first touchdown. I'm going to go.
Careful.
I'm going to go Palmer. Palmer first touchdown.
Good answer.
Is that what you wanted me to say?
Reliable.
That's what you wanted? Okay.
If you're not going to say Quentin Johnston, then you have to go with Josh Palmer.
I would love to say Ladd McConkey, but I think Palmer is probably the move.
Yeah. I could agree with that. And then what does the lead need to be to pull Herbert? Gotta be at least like 24, right?
What does the lead need to be to put in Harbaugh?
Better question. I love that question.
That's a anytime.
He's got his cleats on the khakis.
Yeah.
He's ready.
Just make sure he's got his jersey ready because he might need it. Yeah,
they do it in baseball. There's managing.
Do they really?
There's managers that play. Yeah,
Really?
Hillary's dad was a playing manager in the minor leagues. He was the manager and he DH'd. He's like, you know what? I can hit this guy. Put me in.
I'll put me in.
Yeah. Guess who's going in?
Me.
That's what I'm saying. Harbaugh, it's like a third down. He's like, I know exactly what I need to do right now.
Mm-hmm.
He just puts himself in the game. That'd be sick. That'd be sick if coaches didn't take a roster spot.
I
New
totally get
rule.
a stick spot.
Raj, are you listening? Yeah, I'd
Good luck,
say
Andy Reid.
Wait, what? I was just about to say, what one coach would you want to see play it down in the NFL?
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid would die
100%.
one snap.
Yeah. Anything on the field, Andy Reid.
Yeah. Or Mike McDaniel. I could see him eating it pretty hard.
Smacked around a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say a 24-point lead. And I think it's more importantly, like what point in the game? I'd say, halfway through the fourth quarter, 24-point lead. Yeah. Pull Herbert. We're good.
Pull it.
So there you go. Tony Francis, thank you, buddy, for asking the question.
See you, Thunder
Can't
Alley,
wait to
bro.
see
See you
Tony.
there, buddy. Let's move it on now to B. Junior, who asked the question. What's up, Charger Chat? It's finally Raiders week, and it's time to shut their 63-21 asses up. Coach Kyle, how do you think Coach will be different from Staley in his first regular season game back? And what kind of good adjustments / decisions do you think Coach Harbaugh will make throughout the course of the game to help us win? Kevin, who do you think has the best game individually on defense? And Wolldog, who do you think scores the first TD of the season on offense? Family, trust, respect, and suck my butt.
That voice of suck my butt.
Suck my butt. Welcome back.
that's
Suck my butt.
New intro.
That's the new intro for Ask Boltfam for sure.
We'll work on that.
Butt stuff in the intro.
We're very butt centric here at the Charger Chat. All right, Coach, another a question for each of us. How do you think Coach Harbaugh will be different from Staley in his first regular season game back? And what kind of good adjustments or decisions do you think he'll make?
Yeah, I think I don't know if anybody remembers this, but when Staley first came into the league, he was the big balls Staley, like go for it on every fourth down. I don't care. I'm going to be aggressive. Analytics. Yeah, it's like the new age of football. I think Harbaugh is going to be very different. I think he probably tunes into analytics and hears it, but he's a football guy. He played in the NFL. He's been in football his entire, that's just all he knows is football. I think when the decision comes down, I have to make the choice, he leans on his history. So I think it's going to be a lot different in that perspective. I think you're going to see more traditional situations of coaching of, hey, yeah, we need to punt here. Hey, yeah, we need to take the points and kick the field goal. I think that will be pretty drastically different. And I'm also hoping for second half adjustments. It felt like we never had second half adjustments, and then they would just make the excuse that, hey, there's not as much time as you think at halftime.
Yeah,
that's what we heard.
Some of us have to pee, okay?
I'm like, what are you talking about? There's plenty of time for you to go in there.
These orange slices aren't going to eat themselves, Coach.
Dude, I coached I coached high school football. I had enough time at my halftime to be able to make adjustments. I would meet with my coaches before we walked in to talk to the team, like, hey, where are they killing us? We would handwritten notes of like the plays that we ran, where they were effective, which direction they were running the ball, were they running strong or weak, like what did we do well on offense, and then we would go over, okay, we need to make these adjustments, okay, let's go talk to the team. You can make those adjustments. This is not insane. It's not like 5 seconds you're in the locker room taking a pee and then going back out. There's plenty of time. I mean, we have time to go up, go pee, get a drink, get food, get back to our seats.
Again.
Right, pee again.
Yeah. You got plenty of time to make a little adjustment. So that's honestly what I think. I just think he's just a football guy. So I think you're going to see second half adjustments. You're going to see more traditional play calling as far as like situational timeouts, going for it on fourth down, punting, kicking field goals, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Kevin, what is the best game on defense?
I'm feeling very pro my brother this episode. So I'm going to say Derwin James.
Bring it.
Yeah, I think Derwin James. The fun answer is Khalil Mack to have another 6 sacks or whatever shit he did last year again would be awesome. I don't know if that lightning's in that bottle. I think it's going to be spread out a little more, and I think Derwin's going to get in the mix.
What about one of those Travis Kelce pickup slams, but on Brock Bowers?
Power bomb? Yeah, power bomb. That
power bomb. Welcome to the NFL.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I like that.
Delicious.
Very
Chef's
good.
kiss.
And who's getting the first TD of the season? Gus Bus, baby. Gus Bus gonna truck that baby right in.
Nice.
I like that.
B Junior, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Doobie Doo, who asked the question.
It's Raider Week. All right, I need your guys' help with something because I know how Charger fans get. Can we explain to fans not to freak out over our DB room if Devontae Adams gets open a lot? Let's give it some time before we burn it down. He's the top wide receiver in the NFL, and I know people expect the best at all times. Now, quick question. Do we get a pick this game, and who gets it if so? 28-13 Chargers, both get fuck up and suck my butt.
I love that Doobie Doo.
Yes.
I think you might be certified fresh too.
Could be.
That rhymes.
Doobie Doo. All right, who's getting the pick?
Doobie doobie doo.
Doobie doobie doobie. Doobie doobie doo.
What do you think, Kev? Who's getting the pick?
I want to say it's like a weird one. It's like a tip at the line of scrimmage and a linebacker is going to get it. I think we're going to bat down some balls. So let's say Deion Henley first interception.
I like
Going
that. That's
Deion.
fun. I don't think that'll be the case.
Hands up. He's a short quarterback. Gardner Minshew's a little guy.
It is true. Yeah, I like it. I like that. I like the take.
He's a little one.
I just think the guy that is the biggest ball hawk on our team is Zont. He just finds a way to turn the ball over so much. And
chances are he's going to be guarding Devontae. So if he's going to be getting targets a lot, Asante.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to. I don't think that we're have a. He's not that kind of guy that's going to follow him around the field, but he will be on him a lot of the time. And I think that they probably like that matchup with his size against Devontae. So we'll get a good volume of balls thrown his way. So I don't know. I go with the statistics of a corner getting a lot of balls thrown their way and him being able to make a play.
Yeah. Just to say somebody different, I'll go with Alohi Gilman. I think he'll get one.
So we got a linebacker, safety, and a DB.
I know.
Let's go.
I'm so excited about every player that we talk about.
All right. There you go, Doobie Doo. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Brandon, who asked the question.
Short and sweet. Do you think old Tom just kicked his feet up and said, well, my job's done. Good luck to the head coach? I mean, turnovers, trades, it's almost like we have a competent GM now. Accrocheta tes face. That's French for hold on to your butts. This year is going to be unlike anything us Charger fans have ever seen. FTR, burn the kingdom, tame the donkey, super mighty bolts, boobies, go Chargers, go. Okay, love you, bye.
We have very specific buttons you can press on this show to make
That
a
will
laugh
make us
happen.
giggle.
It's like a soundboard.
You say boobies, we all laugh.
Boobies.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the funny thing on Twitter now when seeing Raider fans go like, so we still need some help in the DB room, and hopefully Tom picks somebody up here pretty soon, right? I mean, that's going to happen, right? And just nothing. Crickets.
No. He clearly did not watch anything that he did for 10 years.
Be prepared for a press conference where he says, I feel good about our guys right now. I feel good about our room. I think we've got the guys.
What do you think about Family Feud? You know, like when they say, like, what's the best comeback for a Raider fan? Family Feud, first one, look at your GM. Tom Telesco's the number one comeback if somebody's giving you shit in the parking lot. Tom Telesco.
Yeah, it's those chickens are going to come home to roost here pretty soon there, Raider fans. So
yeah,
be ready for that.
Or
it's going to come quick and fast. Brandon, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Daryl Sandlin, who asked the question. Hey, guys. As we're gearing up for the Faders, I find myself too excited for an actual football question. So I went to Missy, and she demanded to ask this one. Here she comes. Have you guys heard, or can you confirm the theory that the yellow pants are gone? Thea mentioned it on Saturday, and Missy is having a hissy fit. Have you guys heard this confirmation, or do we need to hold Thea to a bet? FTC, FTB, and FTR. Okay, love you. Bye.
Hoo-ha. Cannot confirm that the yellow pants are gone, and I hope they aren't because I love the powder blue and yellow pants.
I feel like that would have been an announcement. It wouldn't be like we're just going to sneak.
Well, you would have
in
thought
here
the
in
Royal
jersey
jerseys would have been an announcement that they're not bringing it back, but
they're going to wear those in the playoffs and the Super Bowl. Yeah.
It feels like we usually have, and I know we do usually have. We usually have a Royal game and a Navy game, but we usually have more than one like specialty uniform game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of a letdown to only have the Navy game.
Yeah. But as far as the yellow pants go, I remember, I think Andrew brought it up during our draft, and I was like, well, didn't they wear them in the preseason? And they actually didn't wear any yellow pants in the preseason. So,
but also someone said that they didn't have them in the previous uniform releases. They never have.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, they've never announced the pants situation, but it is interesting that that we didn't see them in the preseason. So I think the yellow pants are coming back.
100%
it's too good of a combo to give that up. Just
it could be week one.
How
too
basic is that? White pants?
Yeah.
After Labor Day? Come on.
It'll be easier to see all the blood that we murder on the field.
Yeah. So I can neither confirm nor deny there, Daryl, but I guess we'll find out come home opener. Maybe we got some yellow pants there. Daryl, take it easy on Missy. I know she had a hissy fit, but that's okay. Daryl, thank you for asking the question.
Thanks, Daryl.
Let's move on now to the K-Man, who asked the question.
Will Bosa keep having medical issues throughout the season? I say he's bucking very hard for the Team China Doll Award once again. I am not convinced he's healthy and will be back to normal. FTR and SMB big time this coming Sunday.
Okay, man.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about the Joey Bosa hand fracture.
Well,
he's a Terminator now. It's metal plates and shit in there. He's going to be awesome.
They did show pictures that he's got the club off, so he's practicing without it on anymore. So he's bouncing back. That's got to be for something, right?
Yeah, if he's a China doll, he got that toy fixer from like Toy Story 3. The guy that comes in and fixes Woody. He got one of those guys. He's all good now.
Dude, I love your references tonight. They're you're on fire. Right? Yeah, dude.
That was one of my favorite scenes of all of Toy Story. I don't know why. Watching him like do his with the glass, like the magnifying glasses.
Yeah, clean them up real nice.
So yeah, I think innocent until proven guilty there, K-Man.
So. The track record's on your side, K-Man. Yeah, but I hope you're wrong.
Yeah. I feel where you're coming from.
Yeah,
Kid,
we
man.
totally feel where you're coming from, but let's hope, let's pray together.
Gotta have faith, the faith, the faith.
That Joey and Khalil just have a full season. Joey. Okay, man, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Charging Buck, who asked the question.
Ooh.
One thing that has been pretty consistent throughout the preseason is how well our defense has looked. I think it's safe to say that so far it seems that Minter might just be the defensive guru that we all wish Staley would have been. Obviously, time will tell, but I have to ask, could we see a defensive player of the year on this team this season? If so, who are you thinking to win that award? Can't wait for the fantasy leagues to start since it's Raider Week. Family, trust, respect. K loves you. Bye. All right. Defensive player of the year? Here?
What's the position
our
on
team?
defense that usually gets that award? Like what's the?
It's a good question.
Because not
I
a
would
lot
say
of nose
pass rusher.
tackles
It's
are
got-
winning that.
I would say it's got to be like Pat. Well, it has been Aaron Donald in the past, who is defensive tackle, but really is a pass rusher. I don't know who won it last year. Who won it last year? Should we hit him with a?
I've already got it up. Myles Garrett, who was defensive end for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. So
All
it's
right,
pass
so
rushers.
let's pick a pass rusher then. Somebody with an incredible amount of sacks.
Khalil Mack.
Deal. I'm in.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Dude, Khalil Mack being as deep into his tenure with the NFL, getting a defensive player of the year.
He's got the
with
name that
Chargers.
could win it. You know, if he has a good season, he's got enough fans. Yeah, I think it's
I love
Khalil
that.
Mack.
I love that. Great answer. No changes, no notes.
That's perfect. Leave it alone.
Perfect. Stop it. Don't look
He's
at
perfect.
Yeah.
it. Charging Buck, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Bolt to the Future, who asked the question.
All right, guys, it's officially Raider Week. Remember, Gardner Minshew is a little ass boy. How many sacks are we getting on Sunday? FTR, K, love you, boy.
I'm going to say between 4 and 6. I haven't really fully narrowed it down yet. Might be a part of my bolt prediction on Friday.
4 and 6. So let's say 5.
Let's say 5 right now. I'm going to go 5. Utah, give me 5.
All right.
You know who's number 5?
Palmer. First touchdown. Yeah. It's
good number.
We're connecting dots here.
Yeah.
It's all coming together.
That is funny, the mic'd up of Max Crosby calling Gardner Minshew a little ass boy the whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, why does he keep calling me that? It's so mean.
Hey, he's a
We were
Raider.
friends.
You're about to be one. I imagine him like Gardner Minshew in the locker room. They're like trying to like show us your mean face, Gardner. Like it does. It's not looking good,
Yeah.
Gardner.
Here's
You're not
another movie quote. He's like Mike Wazowski in Monsters University, trying to be scary. That's Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
And Sully is Max Crosby.
Yeah.
More dots connecting.
Connecting dots everywhere, dude.
Any different
I am Rain Man.
amount on sacks there, Kyle? Are you good with 5?
I'm just gonna say 15. Why not?
Sure.
Shamelessly positive.
Fantastic.
That's what we're about
15
here.
sacks?
Yeah.
I'll split the
Great.
difference and say 10.
5,
5,
10,
10,
15.
15. I like it.
There we go.
Can't miss. Clear
Can't
eyes,
miss.
full hearts, can't lose.
Can't lose.
Bolt to the Future. Thank you for asking the question. And we go out of Ask Boltfam with Leo, who asked the question.
Yeah, we definitely need the headphones.
Yeah. Oh, let's get ready to rumble. In this corner, we have the amazing, the exciting, the best of all around team, your LA Chargers. And in that corner, you have the most putrid smelling pile of dog crap, the Las Vegas Dingleberries. Bold predictions for the game. 1, gents, please. Mine is Gus and JK combined for 200 yards and Justin throwing for 303 TDs, all while the defense has 5 sacks, 2 interceptions, and a shutout score prediction. LA 45, Dingleberries -8.
That's my kind of score, Leo.
That's awesome. I would love a negative score. Oh, man.
4
what
safeties.
play could get you like negative score? If that obviously doesn't exist, but if there could be a way for you to get negative
How do you get a
points.
negative safety? You can't lose points in football, but that'd be fun.
That would be sick if you could lose points.
Yeah. Just some way that that they could lose points. Like, I don't know. They call it the Orlovsky, and it's running out of the back of the end zone or something like that.
Yeah, going out of the back of the end zone. -2.
-2.
Well, I guess minus points is the same thing as adding points to the other team.
I guess that's true.
Math.
I would just love to see a negative.
Yeah,
that team sucks.
Yeah, just to really solidify the suckage. All right. Well, you're asking for Bolt predictions. We here on the Charger Chat, we save those for our Friday episodes. So
come back. Don't you
on
hear?
Friday. Yes.
Come back, you hear?
We will have our Bolt predictions on Friday. But we love yours, man. It's going to be
all in.
Yeah. 200 yards rushing, dude. 200 yards rushing. When does that happen?
I think that's very reasonable. It could happen. It absolutely could happen.
Yeah. It's been a hot second. And 303 TDs. Give me that all day. 5 sacks, 2 interceptions, and a shutout score. Dude, if the Chargers can shut out the Raiders,
I'll be insufferable walking back to the parking lot. I will be such a problem for us. And I look forward to that.
I don't
either. It's me and Kyle on either side of you.
We need all of the Charger Chat listeners to come find us.
Yeah,
make a bubble around me.
Yeah.
Section 307, come quick.
Kevin's got that twinkle in his eye.
He's got that look in his eye, and I don't know.
He just said, "Let's get it on."
Oh God!
All right. So sorry to leave you hanging, Leo, but come back on Friday because we'll have our bold predictions then. But thank you for asking the question, and thank you everybody for asking questions and Ask Boltfam. We greatly appreciate it. It's freaking Raider week, baby.
Football.
We're less than a week away from seeing the Chargers hit the field. Justin Herbert, Jim Harbaugh.
I get to hang out with my two buddies.
We get to hang out with you.
Oh my
guys. Thunder
Gonna
Alley.
beat you guys in blitz. It's gonna be so fun.
Oh, bookmark that. I'm saving that receipt. But I think that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat. Any final thoughts, gentlemen?
No. No, I'm so excited. Southwest, I need my check-in notification.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat, folks. Don't forget to bolt up because we're ready for any squad, any place.
Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye. And now, a word from our sponsors. There's a new butter in town, and it's turning heads. Joe Ortiz's Churn Baby Churn, where we believe that good enough is never good enough. Our butter undergoes more testing than a superhero's suit. We're talking about butter that's so rich and creamy, it makes other butters question their life choices. Joe Ortiz's Churn Baby Churn, because mediocre butter is not on our menu.